Travel Talks today. Let me introduce myself first. I'm Danis Akila Zahra, and today I'm super excited because we're going to talk about one of the most iconic places in Yogyakarta. That's Malioboro Streets, and joining me is our special guest.
Hi everyone, my name is Pavlina Ramadhani. You can call me Dina.
Well, Dina is my friend. How are you, Dina?
Hello Denise, I'm doing great. And honestly, I'm so happy to talk about Malioboro because that place is really memorable. And once you visit, the atmosphere immediately sticks in your mind.
That's so true, Dina. For listeners who have never been there, Malioboro is like the cultural center in Yogyakarta. So, Dina, what was your first impression when you first stepped foot in Malioboro?
My first impression, lively. Seriously, the street is so vibrant. There are many batik sellers, street musicians, tourists shopping for souvenirs, plus the tempting aroma of food. It feels like the whole city is spilling out into one place.
I agree with you, Dina, and I really love how Malioboro blends traditional and modern vibes. There are big stores, but right next to them are small vendors selling handicrafts. Everything blends together seamlessly.
That's right. And what I like most in is the batik. There are many patterns to choose from, simple to super detailed. If you go to Malioboro without bring home some batik, oh what a waste.
That's right. Now, my favorite part is the food because walking around Malioboro without eating foods, it feels incomplete.
Yes, that's right. Especially the experience of sitting on the sidewalk at night. The sidewalk turns into an open air dining area. We sit on mats, order food like gudeg, ayam penyet, or pecel lele, and enjoy the night atmosphere. It's simple but very warm.
And while eating, we can see the lively atmosphere of the street. There are street musicians, family shopping, tourists taking some picture, and this vibe is really fun.
Totally, and if you like history, there are also important places around Malioboro such as the Yogyakarta Palace, Fort Vanderburg, and the Tugu Jogja Monument. Everything seems to be connected to in one culture.
Also, don't forget the horse-drawn carriage. The horse-drawn carriage passing by make the atmosphere even more classic. Riding a horse-drawn carriage feels like stepping back in the time in Yogyakarta.
Yes, it's slow, cool, and actually quite romantic too. I always recommend it to people who are visiting Jogja for the first time.
So Dina, if someone only has one night in Yogyakarta, what would your itinerary be to enjoy Malioboro to the fullest?
Okay, here's my version. Come when the sun starts to set because the lights start to turn on and the atmosphere becomes really beautiful. Take a leisurely stroll from one end to the other, buy souvenirs, try snack like bakpia, and chat with the local vendors. They're very friendly. Then have that dinner at an lesehan, enjoy the music at an atmosphere, and at the end, the night with a horse-drawn carriage ride, simple but very memories.
Wow, that's the complete package, yeah. And Malioboro is indeed more than just a street. It has a vibe, a story, and a warmth that always makes people want to come back.
Yes, Malioboro is not just something to see, but something to feel.
Yeah, I totally agree with Dina. Alright, that's it for today's episode. For those who you haven't been to Yogyakarta, don't forget to add Malioboro to your travel list. Guaranteed you'll never come back with memories. And maybe a suitcase full of batik too.
You're right. Thank you for listening. See
See
you
you
on
in the next
episode.
episode.
Yeah.
Goodbye.